Premiere just replaced Lumetri Color with a brand new color mode. But is it actually any good? Here's how it works and what you need to know in order to get started. To get to the brand new color mode, you actually need Premiere Beta. So make sure that you have that open and then click on this new tab called Color. Now, everything is different. This is our sequence right here. It has transformed into this grid view of vertically stacked clips, so we can easily color grade each clip. The color controls are divided into 3 groups. We have color and contrast, we have color shift, and detail. Now watch this, because this is where things will start to feel completely different. When I click on contrast, this color heads-up display pops up. This makes it extremely easy to see the adjustments per adjustment versus using the old scopes where we had to monitor all of the adjustments inside the same few scopes. But it gets even better, because as I'm moving my mouse, it is doing 2 things. The adjustment moves with my mouse. I'm not clicking, I'm not dragging. This alone already changes how fast and intuitively we can work. You're also not stuck on one axis either. We can actually move all different directions to really dial it in. Let me actually show you the temperature control so you get a better idea. Instead of having 2 separate sliders like we used to before, our temperature and our tint, we now have it all in one control. So you can move in all directions to make really precise adjustments. And again, no dragging, just moving the mouse around. And when you're done, just click again to leave the specific control. Now you'll see this dot down here, which is indicating that we have made an adjustment. Also, quick side note, I'm giving away 2 one-year Adobe Creative Cloud subscriptions. So if you want to enter, then I'll explain later in the video. All right, so these are the global adjustments, but the real magic is right here. We can make these same adjustments to just the shadows or the highlights. This has never been this easy in Premiere, and I am obsessed with this. We also now get the option to sample highlights or shadows or add a zone. So if we choose sample and we pick these highlights, for example, we will now get a new zone down here, and we can make adjustments to just these highlights. This used to be way more complicated, and low-key, I am totally geeking out because this is just really cool. And this part is also really cool. This is color shift. Now, down here, we have the most prominent colors in our clips that were automatically detected by Premiere. And if we hover over them, you can see exactly what is being selected in your frame. Let's pick blue, and now the controls adapt to that color, so it's really easy to see what color you're working with. The saturation shift lets you push or pull the intensity of that specific color. Now the hue shift actually changes the color itself, so we can push these blues more towards purple, for example. And the lump shift or luminance shift, it controls the brightness of that color, so we can make the blue darker or brighter. Now detail's kind of self-explanatory. We can use this control to increase or decrease the texture, and this one to sharpen the image. To see the before and after of either the adjustment or the section or as a whole, you can toggle the eye icons, or you can use the global effects mute button to toggle everything at once. Now, if you don't see this, you can add it right here. And if you want a more detailed comparison, which I totally understand, you can use the comparison view. Now, let's say that we want to make some adjustments to the subject in this frame, which is me. We can create a mask, and we're going to keep our lives easy, and we're going to use the new object mask and select me. I love how good object masking is. Now, since I move around in this clip, we need to animate the mask. So we're going to right click and then click on track mask. And this is the best part, because you don't have to do anything. It will literally automatically track the mask both forward and backwards. It'll open up the effects controls panel, but once it's done, just close it. We don't need it. And now that we have our mask adjustment down here, we can make some changes to just the subject. Now this works on a single clip, but here's where color mode gets way more powerful. Premiere introduced something entirely new: groups. To create a group, shift click on the clips and then click on the plus under selection. Here we can pick whether we want to make an adjustment, which are these controls that we just worked with, or a style or a LUT, and we're gonna pick style. So you can look at styles as looks, and each style preset comes with its own control, so you can really fine tune each look. If you change your mind, you can swap it out by clicking on this button right here, or if you love it, you can save your own as a preset. Now, everything that we've done so far, we can do on clip level, on group level, or on sequence level. And this is what makes this whole system work so well. Another quick tip, switch to clip playback. So you're scrubbing through the clip and not accidentally the entire timeline, unless you enjoy doing that and wasting your time. This all looks amazing. And I, as you can tell, am genuinely really excited about it, but it is not perfect. Personally, I wish that the controls would dynamically resize because right now they stay pretty small. What I also don't love is that I cannot make adjustments on source level anymore, just on clip level. Now this one is big for me because I use this all the time for all of my YouTube videos. There is actually a way around it that I can show you in another video if you're interested. There is no auto button either, which just makes color correction harder right now. Now I'm sure they're going to add this and they're going to add the source adjustments in the future, but I did want to mention it in this video in case this is your workflow and this is what you rely on when you use Lumetri. And here is my big warning, and I cannot emphasize this enough. We cannot switch back to Lumetri after using the color mode. It makes a lot of sense because the color mode is entirely its own thing. It's a completely separate system, but this means that we can see the adjustments that we make in the color mode reflected in Lumetri Color. And from now on, Lumetri Color will just be an effect. It's no longer going to be the main color grading tool. Speaking of Lumetri, I do love that we no longer have to argue whether it is Lumetri or Lumetri because it is color mode. But do we add the U? Do we drop it? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments if you'd like a free year of Adobe Creative Cloud. This video isn't sponsored in any way, but Adobe did kindly give me 2 subscriptions to give away to you. If you want to enter, just comment color mode followed by your Instagram handle below. I will pick 2 winners. Make sure that you're also following me on Instagram so I can reach you if you win. Full details are in the description. Please follow all the steps. Anyway, a lot more is coming to Premiere and color mode. So please make sure that you subscribe so you will be the first to know. If you want to avoid the most common color grading mistake, then watch this video next. If you're lucky, the next video about color mode is out already. I'll see ya in either one of those. You.